Happy Wednesday, Crash Champions Pacific Elite Team. This is Tom Wolf with PPG, and we're going to try, I should say, PPG and our resources. We've decided to come to you through a format of this video presentation along with a Zoom call, and I'll take you through that a little bit. Again, thank you for your indulgence in allowing us to propose for your business. It just seems like just a short time ago, myself and Jim Downey and Scott Wheat and Greg DeCamp were out in Chicago meeting with the leadership team, Jim and Matt, out there. Man, that was only the 9th of March, 9th, 10th, I think, somewhere in there. And it seems so long ago based on everything that's going on in the world. So we really appreciate your time today and the consideration. We're going to put forward quite a bit of stuff in a very short format here. Obviously be available for questions, Q&A afterwards. And we will set up a live Zoom call to be able to elaborate on what the fiscal offering is. So this is purely the operational capabilities and how we fit into the Crash Champions Pacific Elite business. So getting to it, Matt, Jim, Alan, John, and the partners at A&M Capital, we really do appreciate you guys spending some time with us, your stakeholders, and everything that are going on in the world today. It's important that we go forward. So without further ado, I want to introduce to you the PPG team. Myself, Tom Wolf, I'm the second bullet there. Director of Business Development, U.S. Canada, kind of an old-time industry guy, 33 years in the industry, 26 with PPG, actually painted cars way back when, and have held various roles with PPG in the automotive refinish. But I'd be remiss not to mention Tom Maziar, as we call him Maz. He's a Penn State grad, loves to golf, but has come through various businesses with PPG. His upbringing was Penn State. He's a Nittany Lion. And he was in our architectural business before we got him, I would say 4 years ago, and Maz will correct me on the Zoom call if I'm wrong in that endeavor. But he's held the position of general manager over here in Refinish, and then recently named our vice president of the Americas. So he's going to join us, along with Brian Robinson, my counterpart. Brian and I head up the national front, if you will. Brian has the sustainability of engagement customers on that side, and I have the sales side. So we're able to bring our synergies of our collective experience and business together. Brian is another industry guy. We inherited Brian really from the ICI acquisition way back when, and he's been a real valuable person on our team overall. So we're going to get to hear from him on the video here in a few minutes. Jim Downey, our Southern California transplant, or I shouldn't say transplant, our stalwart really. Jim's family was in automotive refinish way back when. Jim cut his teeth as a distributor's son and worked the family business, and then came on with PPG. I think Jim's approaching 30-ish years with PPG, and cut his teeth again in that Southern California region as a territory manager, or regional manager, and now his zone director. He controls our sales and service for the Western states. Greg DeCamp holds the same role in the central states and Canada, if you will. Greg comes from Pittsburgh. He's another Pittsburgh guy, but went to Indiana for his undergrad. Greg's got a unique story in refinish because he actually was with PPG, another guy approaching the 30-ish year mark. He spent some time as our general manager over on Australia. And then we're lucky enough to get him back over to the States, and been back here in the U.S. now, I think, oh God, it's got to be close to about 7, 8, 9 years now. So he'll be joining us. And then our two regional managers. Now, our regional managers are really industry guys from the markets they serve. David Grande there in Southern California and Scott, we both have mature relationships, which I think is going to be very, very essential in our offering with you folks. But again, that's the PPG team that will be with you on the Zoom call, and the main folks that would be taking care of your business. Now, addressing COVID, I think it's important for us to bring it up because it has created really a dynamic that I would tell you that is uncertain. And as much as we all think we have a high propensity for understanding and doing the right things and making sure our businesses are running correctly, there's a significant amount of uncertainty. I think we all know it's going to come back, but when it's going to come back and how it comes back with the changes we've had to make. So I'd be remiss if we didn't bring up the uncertainty through the locations that have been hindered by volume, by employees, by pay, along with the overall strategy for Crash Champions, and that's the footprint growth. So a little bit of uncertainty there, but I think we've got some help that we can provide. Familiarity, common ground. I would tell you that is more or less revolving around our familiarity with your company, whether it was Pacific Elite in Southern California or our relationship at Crash Champions years gone by. We both understand who the other is and understand the business. Again, currently servicing 26 of your 39 locations. So very, very familiar with your business. And I think that lends to the stability and reliability, if you will, of the overall offer. I think that for Crash Champions to sustain and get back the business that the COVID has affected, we need minimal disruption in your business. We have a track record of collaborative partnership. And again, I think personally that it removes the uncertainty of where you folks need to go. Now, what we've heard through our interaction with Jim and Matt and our folks down in Southern California, why change, why now, and why PPG? And I'm not going to belabor those points on paper there, but why change? Just coming through the COVID stuff, along with the stability that we talked about, with the profitability that we've been able to show in Southern California, it's really got a question of why change, because PPG has demonstrated partnership within the mission statement that we want to provide the best fiscal partnership for Crash Champions. And why now? Crash Champions has the need to stabilize, right, and optimize. And we're going to talk a little bit about that on a coming slide or two. And why PPG? And I really tell you, it's the breadth of resources that we have, whether it is through our architectural business, through branding, or our refinish business, and our wealth of activity and responsibility, and our knowledge and our accountability through our national footprint. We claim to know a lot, but we don't know it all. And that's where we learn from our customers, and our customers learn from us. So objective and scope. What does success look like? We believe it's in automation, consistency, the visibility for you folks, and the collaboration. The teams have to come together and understand what the common goal is. And I would tell you that those deliverables would be delivered from PPG, from our national accounts focus. So myself and Brian would be collaborative in the approach with a national account manager that would be solution driven through the blueprint that the teams would come up with. Now, I would tell you that the national team is a very, very engaged team. And we utilize our Smartsheet customer interface platform along with a new solution for us. Matt and Jim, you'll remember I previewed it very, very quickly at our meeting in March, and we call that the Digital Hub. And it's really a best-in-class SOP delivery training and service model that we can standardize everything that we bring forward to Crash Champions through our field resources directly to your folks. We really believe in standardization leads to greater profitability. Again, we use Smartsheet customer interface platform for documentation, and the Digital Hub is our vehicle in which it's a mobile platform. So our folks are literally carrying it on their iPhones and or iPads or tablet when they're in your facilities and able to get to all those different nuances for Crash Champions that we've set forward. Best in practice implementations. Now, this is a plan, act, optimize, maintain. I'm sure everybody's seen this type of demographic or this graphic, excuse me, before. But plan and really, we believe in speed to recovery, speed to footprint growth, and speed to sustained profitability, especially for Crash Champions. Those are the keys or the three legs to get you folks back. Up on top of this COVID situation and back to what that business plan suggested before this disruption, if you will. Act with normalization, standardization, and accountability. I couldn't say it more about the PPG team, whether it's the national focus and or the regional folks that will be working within to pull off everything that we put together. They really are the feet on the street. And they are a wealth of information that helps not just in understanding the opportunities in the markets that you folks face, but also the employment and the technicians. Not that I'm suggesting we're going to have folks that don't want to go to work coming out of this, but we've had quite a bit of furloughs and whatnot. So I think the gene pool is going to be, or the technician pool, I should say, is going to be fairly robust coming out. But again, we have to be the best-in-class employer with the best-in-class paint and the best-in-class processes for folks to want to come and work for Crash Champions. Now, maintain and maximize the business impact comes with engagement and common goals, working as a unit. And again, working with the mantra of paint and paint materials profitability. And to go along with that is the OEM standards and employee accreditations through our training programs, through ICAR and the like. I would tell you that we are in really good alignment when it comes to our training facilities. Although we have virtual, we have field trainers, and we also have folks that can come to our training centers, one of which is located in your Chicago market and the other in the Los Angeles market. So again, perfect alignment with the Crash Champions business. Optimize, which is more or less PPG capabilities, because it's got to be seamless integration. And again, I draw on our breadth of resources, especially when you look at that second bullet and the rebranding efforts. Matt, you'll remember when we were together, I had some very inquisitive discussions with you about the branding. And before COVID, you had intimated that you had the wherewithal to go through that effort, but to understand those costs that go along with rebranding are very, very important. Now, that's where I think we can help. Through our architectural folks, we have a shared services platform that we would approach and be able to upload your buildings. Now, I'm talking about the rebranding of the physical location, whether it's signage, color, interior, those types of things. The branding from a market perspective, I believe that we need to get together and understand the brand of Pacific Elite in certain markets in Southern California, and pulling that brand out and seeing what it would do to volumes. Again, we'd have to look at those things. But again, our breadth of services on the architectural side to rebrand, physically rebrand the curbside appeal is right up our alley. And again, market intelligence, optimizing through our feet on the street and those folks that work within the markets for you folks to understand how to build and grow your footprint. So I'd like to turn it over to Brian. Brian's going to take you through just a real quick overview of our digital hub. It's, again, a platform that we call our training service model. Brian's going to take you through some of the finer points. Obviously, this is going to be fairly quick because this thing is actually it goes to about 550 different places within our scope of information. So, Brian, if you would.
Thank you, Tom. Our sustainability model at PPG is unique in the fact that Tom mentioned there's over 500 points of connectivity. Within those 500 points of connectivity, and growing, there are PPG departments, digital tools, and PPG customer-centric area. Why is this so unique? It sits on one digital platform we call the PPG Digital Hub, allowing us access to not only the information, but procedures, processes, digital tools in order to better enhance our value offering to your business that we collaboratively build together. The Digital Hub, as I mentioned, consists of departments, digital tools, and the PPG customer-centric area located here in the upper left. Why is the centric area so important to us? This is the model that's built from 7 unique pillars that's custom built in collaborative efforts with your business around service and training. Products, conversions, standard operating procedures, our collision services portal, training, stock program, and distribution are the pillars from where we customize our model to service and train your business and grow together. Looking at SOPs, this is focused around our e-manual, our ESOP manual. And by simply touching one simple click, we can access that 170-page manual within seconds. No more paper. And the unique part about this is it is dynamic, that allows us to keep the back end of it live to ensure you have the most accurate and current information for the style of repair that you are performing. As I move down to the table of contents, this is built in dynamic format, which means we do not have to keep scrolling to find information. We can go to section 5, simply touch bare metal area, and this quickly, you're that deep into the manual, 48 pages deep, at a good reference point. And when we simply go back to the index to reference any other style of repair we need to perform. You may have noticed also there's a car sitting there with these blocks around it. This is very unique in itself too. We call this our quick reference repair guide. This is important because 80% of the styles of work that come into your collision center for repair are covered right here. This is a quick reference guide that will sit on your XI touch mix or the computer as well outside of your mix room. We can share this information multiple ways. First way is clear full coat, clear coat. This goes from bare metal to top coat. Looking at clear coat full panel, we'll touch that in the upper right, and it takes us to that type of repair instantly for a quick reference. Once here, if we need to share the information, we'll touch this top application up here in the upper right, and we can now airdrop this information. We can email it, we can PDF it, we can print it. Again, we have a point-to-point exchange of information in a live environment. What also we can do is print this out in its static view and have it strategically placed throughout the collision center for a quick reference by simply holding your phone up to it in camera mode and getting it over top the QR code and to reference that point and bring that data instantly right up on your phone. Let's move to our training. As I showed you the manual, we can move forward into training certification and our training course offering. Our training certification is very robust. Looking at this, it gives you access into our full certification program. As you see me scroll through here, and the levels of certification. We can come back from out of there, and you may say, great, I need more information around training, such as color tools. And that's where we go take a deeper dive into our training department. Our training department, again, sits on 7 key pillars, but you mentioned color tools. Let's go to color tools. Here, color tools, we have a brochure here called Match, Mix, and Manage. By one simple touch, we're into that entire brochure in e-format, and we can actually scroll this. We can also share this, as I showed you earlier, by email, text, printing, or AirDrop. This continues on for other color tools in our XI platform as well, our XI videos. Speaking of tools, our digital tools I want to bring to your attention as well. We have assessment, performance report, OEM criteria, Painted, collision services portal, and our precision marketing. A quick overview, let's take a look at our assessment. Our waterborne assessment, which we also call our workshop assessment, is unique in the sense that we're not only looking at waterborne capabilities and stability, we're looking at the requirements of asset evaluation, process, and products, making sure they're all working in harmony together to get the most performance out of that impacts your business in a positive way. To take a quick look at what we're doing here, a simple touch of the assessment itself will allow me to go in here and you'll be able to see this is the assessment. It is all mobile. It happens in your location by sections. We have general information, spray booth, mix room, prep deck, compressor, dryer. And what's unique about this is each section contains a unique set of questions by simply touching it that are filled out. And once you fill that out, it all becomes one central database that rolls into one simple report. It's called our summary report of the performance evaluation. Looking at this report, it's very robust and very simple. Also, at the same time, what I mean by simple, it's conditionally formatted to allow you to see red, green, and yellow, understanding the areas of opportunity, concern, and areas you're doing great in. Through that assessment, you can see the conditional formatting come up in the summary, along with note fields. You can see each section is broken down in detail of the condition of that asset and what it means to your operation, the alignment with the process and the products being used. This is an essential part of understanding how we can better take this and make things better on a larger scale that has a great impact to profitability and also the efficiencies that we move through in terms of labor, products, and movement of our business in a positive direction in sales. The next thing I'd like to show you in digital tools is our performance report. This is unique in the sense that some people call this a call report. We changed the name to performance because we truly are driving performance with the report. You see multiple screens here, but it's just typically just one report. You notice on the red side of this illustration, circled in red, that I'm highlighting right now. All of it drives into one simple application. That application allows you to do one simple report that's customized between us and the end user customer to their business and what our goals are to achieve together. To give you an example which one looks like, let's do this. So it's customizable as I meant to your business, as illustrated here. And we can scroll down and you see we have an area to start the report. We have a history of the report. And we also have training schedules here. We're also showing you distribution, things of that nature. But let's take just a quick look at the report itself. This is just a general look. This is all customized to you, and all this data gets mined out. What's unique about the data once it's mined out, it goes into what we call a dashboard format. What does it mean to you and your business? Well, we make that visit to your shop. This is what you get in return. Again, this is an example, not using collision, but just looking at the value which you get back here. Well, this will be custom built into what does it mean to you. We have a health report, breakdown of profitability, breakdown of process, we got breakdown of equipment, we got key resources, key contacts. We can look at multiple things that we choose together, collaboratively, what means a lot. So you got this location operations dashboard, which is great. Now we can do one thing even better. We can actually take a look at the executive roll-up of all your collision centers. And this will be custom built. And again, I'm using another business model here only to demonstrate one simple thing. We can look at budgets, spend, projected costs, contacts, resources, project metrics. In our case, we're looking at profitability, usage. We're looking at metrics of relationships that uses to sales. We're looking at open issues. Open issues would dedicate information to us and delegate information to us to be proactive in, whether it be red, yellow, or green. Red being it needs attention, yellow it's serving itself in the middle there that just take a look at this, and green means we're doing good. This could be custom built to match your business. What's so nice about the Digital Hub, again, everything here allows us to format it to your business as we grow together. This product has been really working well for us. We're excited about it, and as we continue to move forward with this product, we actually will continue to grow this and develop this even more. It doesn't sit in a static environment, it sits in a dynamic environment. So that's a quick overview of the PPG Digital Hub. And with that, Tom, I'll turn it back over to you. Thank you.
Wow, great stuff, Brian. Thank you so much for that overview. Okay, Crash Champions team, thank you so much for your time to view this video presentation. Our next steps would be for us to participate in a live Zoom call with the PPG Crash Champions team, where we will present our terms and that discussion and answer any questions that may have come up during this presentation, along with our letter of intent that will clearly define what our support can be for the business. That's set for this Friday at 11 a.m. Central Time. The meeting information is there. It's a Zoom meeting, and I will be sending out an email invite as well to each of you. So again, thank you for your time, and we will talk on Friday. Thank you.